celestial vibe, cosmic wisdom for your earthly journey.
Libra, welcome. Whether you are putting on your makeup, making tea, folding laundry, or lying down before sleep, I am so glad you're here. This is your monthly horoscope pick-a-pile reading for June 2026. In a moment, you will choose between 3 piles, A, B, and C. Each pile is named after one major arcana card, which is the main theme of your month and can also point to one important event coming your way. Under each major card are 3 smaller cards that will show how the major is playing out for you, week by week. Each of the 4 cards in your pile will touch on your relationships, your career or study, your family, and your health. And each pile will close with 2 or 3 concrete actions you can actually take this month, not vague affirmations. Now, Libra, I know how you value harmony in your relationships, even designing your spaces with care and beauty to create that balance. As we go through this reading, I want you to take a breath, let your shoulders soften, and know that this time is just for you.
Now, this is the moment to choose your pile. There are 3 piles, A, B, and C, on your screen. You will see the 3 majors playing side by side. Those are the names of the piles, the energies you are choosing between. Pile A is the Tower. Pile B is the Chariot. Pile C is Wheel of Fortune. Take a slow breath, soften your shoulders, and notice which one your attention keeps drifting back to. The one you keep coming back to is yours. Take your time. Libra, welcome to your reading for those of you who chose Pile A. This is the Tower, reversed, and it's going to guide us through your month. Maybe you're sitting with a cup of tea or folding some laundry. Wherever you are, know that this time is for you. This month holds some significant messages for you, Libra. The Tower in reverse speaks to a time of holding on to old structures, even when they're shaky. It's about understanding what you're avoiding. We're going to explore how this theme touches your relationships, your career or studies, your family, and your health. By the end, we'll also talk about concrete actions you can take, things you can actually do this month. So, take a deep breath, let your shoulders relax, and let's begin. Let's take a closer look at your main card, Libra. The Tower, reversed. This card is about avoiding disaster and the fear of change. It's like you're holding on to something that may not be serving you anymore. This will be our guiding theme for the month. Libra, the image on the Tower card shows a tall structure being struck by lightning, with figures falling. In its reversed position, this suggests that the impact is less severe, but it's an indication that something needs to change. There's a sense of holding on to false security. In your relationships, you might be avoiding necessary conversations. Libras are known for valuing harmony, but sometimes that can mean putting off the difficult talks. This month, you might find yourself wanting to keep the peace at the cost of your own needs. In your career or studies, this card suggests you might be clinging to a job or a role that no longer fits you, out of fear of the unknown. Libras can have a tendency to mirror others, sometimes losing sight of what they truly want. It's time to consider if you're staying somewhere just to avoid the upheaval of change. As for an event, you might experience a small disruption, perhaps a project at work doesn't go as planned, or a family situation comes to a head. It's a reminder that sometimes, we need to let things break before we can rebuild them stronger. Remember, Libra, that this month is about recognizing where you are holding on to things that are no longer serving you, and finding the courage to let them go. Take a moment to sip your tea, and let this thought settle. Now, let's explore the 3 smaller cards that weave into the Tower's theme. First, we have the 7 of Wands, reversed. The image shows a figure defending their position on a hilltop, but reversed, it speaks of feeling overwhelmed, perhaps like you're giving up. This ties back to the Tower, where avoiding change can drain your energy. In your health, you might be feeling exhausted, like you're fighting a losing battle. It's important to recognize where you're overextending yourself. Next is the Four of Swords, reversed. The card shows a figure lying in rest, but reversed, it indicates restlessness and burnout. This reinforces the need for you to slow down. In your family life, there may be a sense of returning to action too soon, not giving yourself the time you need to truly recharge. It's okay to take a step back and rest properly. Finally, the Knight of Swords, upright. The imagery shows a knight charging forward, sword in hand. This card brings a burst of energy, directness, and blunt communication. In your relationship, it can signify a moment where you're honest and clear, breaking through the avoidance depicted by the Tower. This could be the moment where you finally say what's been on your mind. So, Libra, this month's cards are asking you to let go of what's no longer serving you, to slow down and rest, and to harness your honesty to clear the air. Here are a couple of concrete actions you can take. First, set aside one day this week to do nothing but rest. No emails, no chores, just true rest. Second, schedule a conversation with someone you've been avoiding. Approach it with the clarity and directness of the Knight of Swords. Third, drink more water. It's a small thing, but it's a way to honor your body amidst the chaos. Take these actions to heart, Libra, and remember, changes are coming, but they are manageable. To the Libra souls who chose pile B, welcome. You might be sipping your coffee or stretching out your legs after a long day, and this pile is here to meet you where you are. This month is all about the Chariot, reversed, a signal that the usual sense of control and direction may be feeling more like an uphill battle. We'll walk through what this means in your relationships, your career or study, your family, and your health. And don't worry, we'll end with some concrete steps you can take this month to navigate these energies. Let's take a breath together before we dive in. The Chariot, reversed. This month, Libra, you might find yourself grappling with a sense of scattered energy or feeling pulled in too many directions. The theme here is about finding your balance amidst the chaos. Let's take a closer look at the Chariot, reversed, as the main theme of your month. The Chariot in its upright position is all about control, willpower, and determination. But when it's reversed, it suggests that those qualities are harder to grasp. You see the charioteer holding the reins, but instead of charging ahead, it feels like the horses are pulling in different directions. This could show up in your career or studies, where you might feel overwhelmed by conflicting demands and a lack of clear direction. It's like trying to move forward but constantly being pulled back by unseen forces. Notice how the charioteer's face is stern but uncertain, reflecting your inner struggle to maintain control. In your relationships, this card suggests a period where aggression or frustration might be more present. Your charm usually makes your partner feel like the most fascinating person in the room, but right now, you might be struggling to maintain that balance. Perhaps you feel the need to force things to go a certain way, but it's only causing more resistance. In your family life, there may be underlying tensions that make it hard to find common ground. You often consider your loved one's needs alongside your own, but this month, it might feel like you're doing all the heavy lifting without any progress. For your health, this card warns against pushing yourself too hard. The reversed Chariot suggests burnout if you try to maintain control over everything without giving yourself a break. Look at the figure in the card, holding the reins tightly. This is a reminder that sometimes letting go a little can actually lead to a smoother ride. One event that might signify this reversed energy is a situation where you feel you've lost control, like a project at work going off the rails or a disagreement with a loved one that leaves you feeling defeated. When this happens, it's important to recognize it as a signal to pause and reassess rather than push through. Take this message with you today. It's okay to relinquish some control and trust that not everything needs to be tightly managed. Now, let's delve into the three smaller cards that deepen this story: the Page of Wands, reversed, the Six of Pentacles, reversed, and the Four of Pentacles, reversed. These cards together weave a narrative that ties back to the Chariot, while also connecting to each other. First, the Page of Wands reversed shows a figure with a wand held somewhat carelessly. This speaks to hasty actions and impulsiveness. In your career or study, you might be jumping into tasks without a clear plan, leading to instability. This relates to the Chariot's message of scattered energy. You're eager to move, but the direction isn't clear. Next, the Six of Pentacles reversed shows a figure holding scales unevenly, hinting at imbalance. In your relationships, this might mean feeling like you're giving more than you're receiving. You're used to creating harmony and considering your partner's needs, but this month, it might feel one-sided. It's crucial to recognize this imbalance and address it, instead of letting it fester. The Four of Pentacles reversed features a person releasing their grip on pentacles, symbolizing a need to let go. For your family, this suggests releasing control and not holding on to material or emotional burdens too tightly. You might find that loosening your grip on how things should be can actually foster more genuine connections. Finally, your health. The combination of these cards emphasizes rest and balance. You're prone to burnout this month if you keep pushing without pausing. It's vital to incorporate actions that nourish your body. Here's your guidance for this month, Libra. 1. Take regular breaks throughout your workday. Even just 5 minutes of stretching can help recenter your energy. 2. Communicate your needs clearly in your relationships. If something feels unbalanced, bring it up gently but directly. 3. For your health, commit to a wind-down routine before bed. No screens for an hour before sleep. Try reading or gentle stretches instead. Take these steps to navigate the month with a bit more ease, Libra. Until next time, take care of yourself. Welcome to those of you who chose Pile C. This is your month, your main theme, and your guidepost. You picked the Wheel of Fortune, reversed. Maybe you are settling into your space, taking a moment for yourself. We are about to dive into the energies shaping your relationships, your career or study, your family, and your health this month. At the end, you will have concrete actions to take, things you can actually do. Sit back, relax, and let's explore. Let's take a closer look at your main theme for June 2026, the Wheel of Fortune, reversed. This card speaks of resistance to change, the feeling of external forces disrupting your plans, and a sense of lack of control. The Wheel of Fortune, reversed, tells us that this month, change might feel harder to grasp. Notice in this card the majestic wheel turning, surrounded by figures representing different aspects of life. In its reversed state, the wheel's spin seems halted, its energy held back. This reflects a time when you might feel stuck, perhaps resisting the inevitable shifts coming your way. For Libra, who often seeks balance and harmony, this can be particularly challenging. You might find yourself clinging to the familiar, designing your days meticulously, trying to maintain equilibrium. In your relationships, you may notice a dynamic changing. Perhaps a shift in your partner's behavior or a new phase emerging, and the reversed will ask you to be open to these changes, even if it feels uncomfortable. Pay close attention to any patterns repeating in your relationship. This month could bring you an opportunity to break free from the past and create a new rhythm together. When it comes to family, this card suggests an ongoing struggle with past dynamics. The energy may be calling you to address unresolved issues, even if it feels like stepping into uncharted waters. Imagine the figures on the card, turned upside down, indicating that the usual flow is disrupted. It's a call to turn things right side up again, to face what has been ignored. A significant event this month could involve a sudden realization or an unexpected shift that breaks old cycles. You might find yourself needing to let go of control, to embrace the chaos, and trust that this disruption is leading to growth. This could manifest as a sudden change in your family dynamics or a new, unforeseen direction in your career or studies. This month, embrace the unpredictability. Trust that the wheel will turn again. Take a breath, Libra, and know that this too shall pass. Now let's delve into the minor cards that deepen this story. First, we have the Three of Wands, upright. Notice the figure standing on the shore, looking out at the sea, holding wands firmly in hand. This card is about expansion and foresight. In your career or studies, this month is about looking ahead, planning, and preparing for future opportunities. Despite the reversals surrounding you, this card suggests that you still have the vision and the groundwork to move forward. The second card, the Six of Cups, reversed, shows two children exchanging cups of flowers, a scene of nostalgia turned on its head. In this reversed position, it speaks of moving past old memories and shedding unrealistic nostalgia. In the context of health, this could mean letting go of past habits or routines that no longer serve you, embracing new, healthier practices instead. Finally, we come to the Nine of Swords, reversed. The image of a figure sitting up in bed, releasing the nightmares that have plagued them. This card, in its reversed state, suggests hope and recovery. In your relationships, you might find yourself reaching out for help, finding support, and confronting fears that have been hidden. The connection between these cards is clear. The Wheel of Fortune, reversed, sets the stage for breaking free from old cycles and embracing new paths. The Three of Wands encourages you to look forward in your career. The Six of Cups, reversed, asks you to let go of past habits that no longer benefit your health. And the Nine of Swords, reversed, brings hope and support into your relationships. For concrete actions this month, start by setting one new goal for your career or studies. Write it down and make a small, actionable plan. For your health, try changing one routine that has been holding you back. Perhaps it's a habit you've been meaning to break or a new one you want to start. Finally, reach out to a trusted friend or family member and share something you've been keeping to yourself. Let them support you.
Libra, thank you for spending this time with me. Whether you chose pile A, B, or C, know that your month is being held, and you are moving towards growth. My wish for you is that you find the balance you seek, even in the midst of change. If you found this reading helpful, do subscribe so you don't miss next month's guidance. You can always come back to your pile when you need it. Take care of yourself out there, Libra. Until next month, you are loved.